Security and compliance aren't just IT checkboxes. They're the foundation for business continuity, trust, and innovation. Today, cloud security is the difference between accelerating your digital strategy or suffering an incident that sets you back quarters or even years. And the reality is that most organizations think they're secure until an audit, breach, or misstep proves otherwise. So let's change the conversation. Let's talk about what it really means to be secure. Here are 10 questions every business and technical leader should be asking their cloud and platform teams right now to reduce risks, grow confidently, and stay audit-ready by default. Question 1. Do you have full visibility into your infrastructure and cloud estate? Let's start where all security conversations should begin, with what you can actually see. You can't secure what you can't see, and you can't govern what you don't understand. Blind spots, whether in shadow IT, unmanaged workloads, or orphaned resources, create silent risks that compound over time. What starts as a temporary environment can turn into a data exposure incident. What seems like a small configuration oversight can lead to major spend or security drift. HashiCorp's Infrastructure Cloud helps you establish a single system of record, centralizing real-time insights across all layers of infrastructure and security. It's more than visibility, it's control, accountability, and the ability to act before an issue escalates to crisis mode. Because in a dynamic world, multi-cloud world, visibility isn't a nice-to-have. It's the first step to doing cloud right. Question 2. Are your teams embedding security across the full development lifecycle? Infrastructure often grows in the shadows. A developer spins up a test environment for a quick experiment. It works, so they move on. But 3 months later, that same instance is still alive, costing money, exposing sensitive data, and bypassing your governance model. Ask your platform team how they're embedding security at every phase of development. Security should be integrated into the workflow, not reviewed after the fact. And with infrastructure as code and automated policy enforcement, your teams can prevent misconfigurations before they ever reach production. This isn't just about shifting left, it's about reducing your risk exposure and shortening audit timelines. With HashiCorp, security is built in from day zero and sustained through automation, auditability, and consistency. Question 3. Can we enforce security policies at scale across all environments? This is where consistency becomes mission critical and human error becomes your biggest vulnerability. Security doesn't break all at once, it breaks in the gaps. One overlooked policy, one manual misstep, one environment out of sync. When you're operating across multiple teams and clouds, the only way to ensure consistency is through automation. At scale, manual oversight quickly breaks down, and when they fall behind, risk creeps in. Policy as code with Sentinel ensures guardrails are always on, always up to date, and always enforced, no matter the environment. It's how enterprises create repeatable, reliable security, practices that actually reduce human error and speed up delivery. The result? More confident audits, fewer surprises in production, and more time spent delivering value instead of managing exceptions. Question 4. Are our secrets, credentials, and identities protected? Static credentials are liabilities hiding in plain sight. Once they're exposed, whether in a public repo, a forgotten script, or an old configuration file, it's already too late, and attackers are always scanning. Think about the business impact. Compromised secrets don't just jeopardize systems, they erode customer trust and can trigger regulatory consequences. HashiCorp Vault replaces static secrets with dynamic, short-lived credentials that are generated, rotated, and revoked automatically. That means even if something slips through the cracks, it's useless to an attacker. It's how modern enterprises remove human error from the equation and protect their most sensitive assets. Question 5. Can we detect and correct drift in infrastructure security? Drift happens silently, and it's one of the most overlooked sources of risk. What is drift? It's when your infrastructure starts to evolve outside of your defined configurations. Maybe someone makes a manual change, maybe a default setting gets altered. Suddenly, what's running in production doesn't match what's been approved. This doesn't affect security posture alone. It impacts budget too. Resources can balloon without governance, creating untracked cost centers and compliance gaps. For the business, that means failed audits, runaway spend, and increased exposure without warning. Terraform's drift detection flags these changes, surfaces discrepancies, and helps teams automatically revert to your defined secure state. It's about maintaining trust in your infrastructure and proving compliance every day, not just during review cycles. Question 6. Are we securing machine-to-machine and service-to-service access? Let's move beyond human access, because most of your infrastructure isn't managed by people. Machines now outnumber humans in modern infrastructure, and they often have more access. But too many organizations still treat machine access like an afterthought. Without strong identity and authorization for services, lateral movement becomes easy for attackers. What starts as a minor exploit can escalate quickly. With HashiCorp, machine identity and trust are first-class citizens. Services only talk to services they're authorized to talk to using identity-based access and encryption. It's zero trust built with purpose and precision, so your systems verify everything and trust nothing by default. Question 7. Do we have proactive risk management in place for human access? Excessive access is more than a permissions issue. It's a ticking time bomb for your business. Most breaches involve compromised human credentials, and all it takes is one account with access that it no longer needs, and your environment is exposed. HashiCorp Boundary brings human access under control with just-in-time workflows. Temporary access is granted when needed and automatically revoked when it's not, eliminating dangling permissions, reducing insider threat vectors, and also satisfying even the strictest compliance standards. Question 8. Are we protecting sensitive data throughout its lifecycle? Data isn't just at rest. It moves, it flows, it gets copied, processed, stored, and shared. And every step in that journey is a potential risk. Lifecycle protection means encrypting data not just when it's sitting in storage, but when it's being accessed, transferred, or analyzed. It means knowing where your data is, who is using it, and how it's being protected. HashiCorp Vault handles this with enterprise-grade controls, encrypting data in motion and at rest, managing encryption keys automatically, and securing every access point from API to storage. Ultimately, protecting data is about more than compliance. It's how you maintain customer trust, protect intellectual property, and defend your brand's integrity. Question 9. Is our compliance posture audit-ready at all times? Audit season doesn't have to mean war rooms and last-minute log hunts. For many enterprises, proving compliance is reactive, labor-intensive, and full of gaps. But it doesn't have to be. With HashiCorp, security and compliance data is continuously captured, monitored, and logged, so when auditors show up, everything you need is already in place. This isn't just about passing audits, it's about operational confidence, regulatory resilience, and peace of mind for stakeholders. Question 10. Can we manage and enforce security consistently across clouds? Cloud sprawl isn't just an IT problem, it's a business risk. Every new account, region, or team operating without a shared governance model increases the chances of misalignment, misconfiguration, and missed threats. That fragmentation leads to more than just security gaps. It creates operational drag, audit headaches, and higher cloud costs. HashiCorp delivers unified infrastructure and security lifecycle management through HashiCorp Cloud Platform, giving you consistent policy enforcement, access control, and automation across AWS, Azure, GCP, and hybrid environments. When your security model works the same way everywhere, your teams move faster, your risk goes down, and your business scales with confidence. Security isn't the end goal. It's the enabler of resilience, trusted operations, and sustainable innovation. It's a life cycle, an ongoing adaptive process of securing your people, data, and systems. It's not a point-in-time fix. HashiCorp's commercial offerings delivered through HashiCorp Cloud Platform provide enterprise-grade tools to manage infrastructure and security across teams, clouds, and workloads at scale. Designed for the needs of modern businesses, HCP empowers organizations to innovate confidently, with built-in security, automation, and governance tailored for complex, hybrid, and multi-cloud environments. Let's do cloud right. Let's secure what matters, and let's build your foundation that accelerates your business securely, confidently, and at scale.